So you want that healer build and don't know where to look? Well, I got a solution for you. Personally, I don't really utilize a healer on my team, but since you all seem to want one, I decided to try my hand at building one. Now, as always, keep in mind that what I build here is simply what I would recommend, so feel free to adjust it to your liking. One last note, I do use my Metatron build for this fusion path, so if you haven't seen that video, definitely go back and watch it so you can have a solid blessed persona, as well as the skills necessary to transfer to this build. With that out of the way, let's talk Sarasvati. So what do I have her learn innately? Well, Mediarama and Diarahan are the only two skills that she can innately contribute to this build. These are going to be your main sources of healing. As far as what needs to be transferred, once again skill cards will need to come into play here as there are not enough slots to inherit all the necessary skills. However, don't worry, as all the skills are in the fusion loot, so just simply pick the skills that you don't have the cards for. To start, Salvation is the first, as this will basically be like a last resort to save your team. It can be a bit costly, but personally I think it can be really helpful in a bind. Then we have Regenerate 1, 2, and 3, and this is basically allowing Joker to just have a passive heal as much as he wants without burning SP, and can be pretty viable for replenishing physical damage HP costs. Then we have Divine Grace, and this pairs nicely with Mediarama because then the healing received to Joker will be increased, meaning that you could save on some more SP. Lastly, I have Spellmaster because again, for such expensive skills, Spellmaster is a crutch. Now that we have broken down the build, how do we actually fuse this Sarasvati? Well, buckle in because this is probably going to be one of the longest fusion paths that I've made thus far. Also, if for whatever reason you cannot transfer more than 4 skills during the fusion process along any point, make sure that both personas that are being fused have learned all of their innate skills by leveling up. As long as both personas being combined have had the chance to learn all their innate skills, then you will be able to inherit the max amount of skills possible. That being said, to start we need my Metatron build with Spellmaster and Salvation as the fusion base. Then we must get our Metatron to an Archangel, then to a Satanta, which you must get to level 42 so it can learn Regen 1, and then be able to fuse him into a Ganesha, which you also must get that Ganesha to 49 so it can learn Regen 2. Then fuse him into a Thor, then fuse Thor into a Shisa, then fuse that Shisa into a Unicorn, then to a Barith, then to an Amenu Uzume, which you must get to level 29 so it can learn Divine Grace. And then you will fuse her into an Eligor, then back to our Satanta, then to a Lilim, which you will get to 55 so you can fuse a Cucullin. Then to get that Cucullin to level 65 so that way he can learn Regen 3. Then after that you will fuse him into a Neko Shogun, then to a Kakure Hime, then to a Silky, then to a Bicorn, which you must get to level 44 so it can finally be fused into our Sarasvati. Wow, that was a pretty long fusion path, but at least at this point you should have your healer build. One thing I should mention is that she does have the combo skill Mediarama, so when combined with Divine Grace, it can be very effective without exhausting SP. As always, if you have any questions or just video suggestions, feel free to join my Discord with the link in the description below, as that is the most efficient way to connect with me. Also, just want to give a quick shout out to all the peeps in the Discord, especially those I think that had suggested this build to me. That being said, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I will leave you all with a combo showcase.
Why don't we see what that is?